Let's quickly go through a couple of the differences between these two very different Vitamix blenders, and we'll make a smoothie demonstration with an all-fruit smoothie in each one so you can see how each comes out and how they might be a little bit different. So this is the Vitamix Ascent series. It is the super powerful, pretty much top of the line Vitamix that has all the functions on it to hit smoothie. It has all these built-in presets, which are kind of nice, but it's also just a very powerful 1500 watt blender. Obviously everything goes into the blender. With the Immersion Hand Blender, everything that you blend is in a separate container, which has some advantages. If you're making soup on the stove, you don't have to transfer that soup to your container to blend it up. You can bring your hand blender right to that soup, which is pretty nice. Also, if you're making smoothies, you can make your smoothie right in the container that you're gonna drink it in. That means you have less dishes, and that's a good thing. Also, for really small quantity things, Immersion Hand Blender is really nice to have because if you only have a certain amount of liquid, you're able to actually blend it up in a small container rather than having a larger full blender container where it might be hard to actually get it all properly blended and emulsified. The full blender is over twice as powerful as the hand blender, which means that this won't quite pulverize everything quite as well as a full blender will. It's not good at crushing up ice and certain things, like I found that in the smoothie that we make, it didn't get the blackberry seeds totally pulverized, so you would get blackberry seeds in your smoothie. Now maybe I could have gone a little bit longer on it and taken care of that, but that was something that I noticed. This hand blender is super powerful. It has 4 different speeds with an on and off. It comes apart. You can put this in the dishwasher, but I actually wash both of these the same. I'll wash this by rinsing it out, putting some water in, and then you hit the clean button and it's gonna blend up at a high speed to make a really nice frothy dish soap solution that cleans the blender, and then you can also use that to wash other dishes. You can do the same thing with the hand blender, where you either do it in a pot or a small container and you get it nice and clean, or you can put either of these in the dishwasher. Now let's actually get in and make a smoothie. These are both with about half frozen fruit, half regular fruit. With the Ascent series, you just hit smoothie, hit start, and it will count down for about 50 seconds. And we have the tamper in here to help, which really wasn't necessary with this, but when you have a lot of frozen stuff, you might need the tamper when you don't have enough liquid to get it all going. You can see how quickly it purees everything very smoothly. Now with the immersion, put it on high. Probably should have used a little bit of a bigger container to keep things from spraying out, so we had to be careful. Just about the same amount of time, the immersion blender gets all of this fruit pureed up. And you can see how you can move it up and down, move it side to side, so you can really get everything all blended, which works great. Now the pour test, you can see they're very similar, but the one on the left with the Vitamix Ascent is definitely a little bit smoother, but the results of both are great. There were some seeds left on the right side that were from the blackberries, but both these blenders are awesome. Highly recommend them.